Hello once again, it's Dan here in Virginia. Today I thought I'd give you a little overview of a birthday gift I got. This is my birthday month, and my lovely family, my wife and two kids, always get me a new toy, pull their resources, and they've come up with this Maule M-7 short takeoff and landing airplane made by E-flite. I spent the last couple days putting her together and getting it all set up. I hope to get it out tomorrow and fly it, but I've got it on my little Lazy Susan here. I got the propeller all painted up. This is not the propeller that came with it. This is a master air screw, and this is a 2-inch Dubro spinner. You can see it has lights, landing lights. It has marker lights on each wing, green on the right, red on the left. And it has a 59-inch wingspan, and it's probably the heaviest plane I have. I weighed it out with a battery in it. It weighs 4 pounds 3 ounces, so it should cut through the wind pretty good. It's got a little pilot inside there. I don't know if you can see him or not. There he is. Maybe you can see it as the plane turns a little bit, but it's got a lot of room in there, which a lot of guys say they cut this out right here and go down inside. It's got a little back seat you could take out, and you could install a camera. For guys that are really camera nuts, they put their camera in there. And it's got big straight wing. It's got look at these flaps. These flaps are too much. You throw those things on there. This thing, they say it comes with just a crawl. And there are some other videos. They say it'll take off if you use full flaps. It will take off in about 4 feet. So these tires, you know from the Cub that I like big tires. These tires, near as I can measure them, these tires are actually about 4 3/4. I thought they were 4 1/2, but they're not. But I've got it, put my own touch to it. I put these little stickers. These came with a propeller, these master air screw stickers. You know I like checkerboarding, so I put those down here on the landing struts. It's got a cool hatch right here, the battery access hatch. I do like that. It's got a little, you probably came with a little spring. You pull it and there you go. The battery's in there. It's not very long. It'll take anything. This is a 2200, but I plan on using mostly these 3000 Turnigy's, and I've also got some 4S batteries. I say it's 4S capable. 4S batteries coming from Hobby King, but God knows where they're at. You order stuff from Hobby King, and you know, it'll be Christmas before it gets here, so be a nice Christmas gift. So I did have, it should have been a simple build. It's all held together with screws. There's no gluing whatsoever. Although I did have some trouble inside here. There's 2 wing halves. They split right here, they split right here. Everything is held together with tapered machine screws, so it makes it real nice. They go in, you can take them in and out. They say you can take these wings off at the field, but believe me, it'd be a pain in the rear end. And I had a problem in here with the electrical connectors. As you'll recall, in the Commander airplane, they have special prongs in there where you just push them together and everything connects. No, not these. These got 3 little regular servo connectors. One for the lights, one for the flaps, one for the aileron. You got to match them all up and stuff it in there. Well, lo and behold, when I was putting one together, one of the little connectors, the 3-pin connector for the flaps, came right off of my hand. So there I was with a piece of wire, three little wires, 3 little servo wires, about 1 inch long, right up next to this foam fuselage. And now what am I going to do? So I found an old connector. Sure enough, you take your time and lots of patience, you can actually solder those together. It's like trying to solder a couple pieces of hair together, but I got it done somehow. Got them soldered up. So that's a little bit of poor quality I didn't care for, but stuff happens, you know. There's a poor crimp, but all 3 of them, 3 wires in, 3 wires come out. So it's a good thing I caught it. Another thing I noticed about this airplane, if you look at this airplane, you know, you got the spinner, you got the propeller, and here's the cowling, right? This is the cowling. Well, wait a minute, that's not the cowling. That is the fuselage. That's all part of the fuselage. There's no cowling on this airplane. They should have taken it just like the other thing here. They should have made a magnetic, put a line right down through the middle of this, cut it across, made a magnetic cowl just like they did on the Commander. Because if you prang this in, which you know you're going to smash up this fuselage, and of course now you're stuck. You've either got to somehow repair it. You can't just buy a $6 or $8 cowling and pop it off there with the magnets. It's just unbelievable they did that. Second thing is, without a cowling, this motor is recessed down in there so far, and there's no way to hold the bell. To hold it, to tighten the prop nut, you've got to put your fingers in like this, and then you put a wrench on the front of this, and you've got to squeeze with your thumb, hold that motor to tighten it. It's very awkward, very hard to do. You better have a gorilla grip in order to do that. So, that being said, I'm looking forward to flying it. I've checked the weather. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. So they say it's a great airplane to fly. She lands well. Other than the little quality control issues, the stickers on the back, you can see this one. I think that one's a little bit of an angle. Of course, I put the American flags on there. You got to have your flags. It does come with some little whip antennas that you're supposed to go in these little slots right here. They're about 1 inch long. They stick up like this, or 2.5 inches long. I decided I didn't want them. I just put some little patch of Blenderm tape over the hole, so give it a little bit better streamlining. This thing here, I don't know what that is. Simulated lights, something like that. These are simulated gas caps, I guess, for the wings. And these little shark fins, I guess they're some sort of antenna, simulated antennas. The only thing I haven't done, I haven't taped up the wings. I usually put tape down along the wing here. I'll probably do that later after I prang it in somewhere. This battery hatch, I put this as Blenderm tape around the battery hatch. You read other guys say that if you don't, this paint chips off the fuselage, chips up pretty fast. So anyway, there you go. They call it the Mighty Maule, the Maule M-7 from E-flite. And I'm going to take her out tomorrow, see how she does. Hope you liked the video. Come back again out here.